Happy New Year's, Lakers family. Bleacher Report reports on their top 3 trade targets for the Los Angeles Lakers. But before we get into that, those watching this video right now, most of you aren't subscribed. So in 2024, we need to make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. Bleacher Report put out a list of every NBA team's top 3 trade targets this season. Now, obviously for the Los Angeles Lakers, the 3 names that were provided were names that we have specifically talked about on Lakers Digest, but also there were names that we have heard throughout media all season long. Now, before we get into the 2 most viable names that I think the Lakers would definitely go out their way to get, one of the names mentioned was Pistons forward Bojan Bogdanovic, a name who I personally mentioned earlier this year. This is a veteran player who shoots the ball really well. However, I do think his defense is a lot to be desired, and I don't think his offensive ability is enough to be the spark that this Los Angeles Lakers team needs. The other 2 players are players that I believe Rob Pelinka is going to put a lot of pressure on going to get before the trade deadline. That is none other than Alex Caruso and Zach LaVine of the Chicago Bulls. Now, obviously, everybody, especially Lakers fans, knows about Alex Caruso because he won a championship in LA with the Los Angeles Lakers with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. This is a player who got a lot of trust by both of those guys for his defensive ability, his creativity on offense, but really the way he plays along the perimeter. He would bolster this Lakers defense tenfold just by the impact that he will immediately have on the perimeter. Now, he is a decent offensive player, not an offensive player to the level of Zach LaVine. However, if there is a situation where Zach LaVine and Alex Caruso both can be players on this Los Angeles Lakers team, I think Rob Pelinka wouldn't even think twice about making a move like this happen. One, due to the defensive improvement you'll get on the perimeter from Alex Caruso, but also the scoring output that you can get from a Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is a legitimate microwave, and he is a guy who can get hot from the perimeter. And with LeBron James finding him open on jump shots and his ability to slash to the basket with his athleticism, I think the fit offensively for the Lakers and Zach LaVine is actually a match made in heaven. There's not going to be too many situations where Zach LaVine can go into where he'll be the third scoring option and get a lot of coverages against most teams' lesser defender. This is something that works highly into Zach LaVine's advantage, and I think it'll be good for the Lakers to try to build around AD and Zach LaVine heading into the future if Zach LaVine can really carve out a role and pretty much blossom in his ability in Los Angeles. I think most of us know Zach LaVine is a highly talented basketball player, and honestly, in LA, alongside LeBron, alongside AD, he can really flourish. And I think over the next 2 or 3 seasons, you could see a significant improvement from a player like this because we'll be playing with high IQ basketball players like Anthony Davis. And obviously, we know what LeBron James is mentally on the basketball court. Now, take that offensive prowess and you add Alex Caruso and what he does on the defensive end. I think obviously that guard room gets a little deep. I don't know how it'll all fit with Reaves, D'Lo, and Alex Caruso. I think somebody becomes disgruntled in that mix. Obviously, there's also been a lot of rumblings about D'Lo being the potential trade piece in moving to get a Zach LaVine or Alex Caruso. So you may have to lighten your guard room in order to bring in the Alex Caruso, in order to bring in the Zach LaVine. But obviously, I think most of us think it'll be worth it just due to the fact that this Lakers team is just missing firepower. As much as I love the defensive capabilities of Cam Reddish and Jared Vanderbilt, they right now have not shown the offensive ability to not only overcome what they lack, but the defense, just the impactful defense, won't be enough if we're not scoring enough points to combat the defense that we're playing. And ultimately, I do think as good as this team can be in the future, Zach LaVine and Alex Caruso make this team a lot better right now. And if you're trying to maximize a championship window with LeBron James, Anthony Davis, going out your way to get Zach LaVine and Alex Caruso, increase your chances of doing that. Obviously, defense is a big deal. two-way ability is a big deal. Kind of like the reason the Knicks went out and got an OG Anunoby from the Raptors, just not only to boost their shooting, but to boost their defense. And I think the same way the Knicks aggressively went to go sign a two-way player in OG, the Lakers need to do the same thing with Alex Caruso and going out their way to try to bring in Zach LaVine as well. If there's a situation that brings both players to Los Angeles, I think the Lakers definitely need to jump on that. But with that being said, have a happy new year. Welcome to 2024, everyone. I'm JayRob with Lakers Digest. And before I go, make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. Most of you watching this video right now aren't subscribed, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Peace.